You're about to open a window into the life of a ghost hunter. We'll show you dark, creepy roads that fade into the night. We'll show you haunted places, but most importantly, we'll show you what happens along the way there.
I think it is, yeah, I'm pretty
almost
sure.
paranormal.
Almost paranormal.
Sitting.
What if? What if? It's time for another what if.
There
What
you have
if? Dude, you ready for this?
This was audio pareidolia perhaps going on.
Dude,
That's
it
my
could have
theory.
been. What if, okay? Like, I'm possessed right now.
It could be.
What if this is aliens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could. You could be possessed by aliens. Maybe aliens can possess you and make you say things strangely.
Or maybe Buddha's
What if an
taking
alien
over.
ghost?
Yeah.
But seriously though,
Uh-huh.
I do want to like say something there. Like as soon as when she was talking about like the shadow figure or something when she was growing up, like she was 8 or something.
Yeah.
When she said it like got bigger, like it just shrunk and did like that kind of weird thing.
Yeah.
I immediately thought aliens.
Did you?
I'm not even lying.
What?
Yeah, I was like aliens.
You've been hanging out with Jeff
Yeah.
too long.
I mean, am I wrong?
Aliens.
Like aliens.
With extraterrestrials, without a doubt.
Exactly. And I was gonna say aliens, but I didn't want to get like a weird look. You know what I mean?
No, you wouldn't have got a weird look.
Yeah.
I was thinking it.
You know, it was like
you would've
what was
gotten
that?
it from me.
J-Rod.
J-Rod.
Is this
Yeah.
serious right now?
Yeah.
No, I'm dead serious. I'm
Yeah,
dead
you gotta
serious.
look up the videos on
Yeah.
J-Rod.
I mean,
Yeah.
alright.
Supposedly he was an alien that like crash landed and they like captured him or something, but then he kind of became a consultant for the government, for the military.
Going in.
But supposedly
Oh,
he
man.
like gave him all kinds of information on technology and, you know, technological advancements.
That's what my reaction was. That's what my reaction still was like. Okay, whatever. Yeah, whatever. If you guys want to believe it, you know. And
Yeah, but
that's-
what makes you think that an alien could actually like be a big shadow and then a tiny shadow, or you know, could shift from one to the other?
It's Ant-Man.
I've never. I mean, it could. You know, like I've never
It's a
met.
glitch in his...
It's glitch in the Matrix, dude.
Not in the Matrix,
The
but
Matrix, dude.
in their camouflage. You know, they must have
Oh.
some way to shield themselves.
Yeah.
I can't think of the name for it. Their cloaking device. It's a
Oh.
glitch in their cloaking device.
It could be. It could be they wear a little thing that cloaks them,
Yeah.
and if that thing glitches, or if it
Like in Harry Potter, the cloak of
yeah.
invisibility.
Like turning off an old
Yeah.
TV.
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like that.
No.
Alright, so we're here in the bedroom running the spirit box, and Linda has the earbuds in so she can't hear us as we're asking the questions. So she won't be biased at all to what we're asking.
Are you a good spirit? Or a bad spirit?
Can you just give us a sign that we're communicating with something? So we know we're just not, you know, talking to ourselves. Maybe make a noise or something. Make a knock on that wall right there. Move something.
Sounded like you. As in like Y-O-U?
Maybe you're possessed.
Why are you here in this house?
That was a man's voice. I couldn't understand what he said.
Why are you in this house?
Yeah, the cat started freaking out again.
Who is it that walks around here from the kitchen to the bedroom? Why do you stop outside the bedroom door?
Why are you attached to this part of the house?
Every group or regroup.
Why don't you come into the bedroom?
Do you visit the other tenants? Or is it something about Jenna?
All right, I'm Jeff.
I'm David.
I'm Brooke.
It's Linda over there. Dude, this, like, it's messing with me too, because I literally just had a question. I just had a question. Give me a second, I'm gonna read it back. Are you attached to something in this room? I keep looking at, like, ever since they pointed out that picture, that picture really descriptive, right? With the 5 women, and like,
Victorian style club?
yeah, Victorian style, yeah. Are you maybe attached to that in some way?
Either I don't give a damn.
Okay.
That's what it sounded like. I don't give a damn. As a guy.
You know, I'm almost thinking that, like, we're getting residual stuff. Because it's nothing, like, really applying to our questions and stuff. It's kind of like just background noise that we're getting in fragments. So I'm almost thinking, like, we're just getting pieces of a conversation that was going on, you know, way back when, you know? I mean, does that make sense, you know? Like, because nothing, it doesn't seem intelligent. I mean, nothing that I've noticed, really, except that, the apparition thing, but this makes sense. What don't you give a damn about? Like, are you, the picture, like, did that anger you in some way? Like, you don't give a damn about the decorations in here?
Do you think that if something knocked down that plant, that the people would believe it was a ghost, or would we get blamed for it?
If we had it on video?
What if we didn't have it on video?
Oh yeah,
Like,
I don't know. Like I would be inclined now if I was them, if I was in their shoes, I'd be like, yeah, no, y'all are just stupid.
Yeah,
Y'all knocked it over.
we get blamed for that.
Yeah, they might pretend. They might be all like, oh wow, really? Are you serious? But deep down, like after we leave, they'd be like, those assholes, they broke my plant.
They broke the plant.
Yeah, they'd say that. They'd be like, they destroyed my plant. What? They would do that, yeah.
So we finished up our investigation out here in Gloucester, and we stopped at a Wawa, and we've got a. Before we talk about that, let's talk about what you got to eat.
Well, I got a quesadilla, and they have a bunch of different kinds that you can choose from, but the one I chose tonight was like a beef and cheese, I think it was. I'm not real positive, but I did get like roasted vegetables and sauteed onions and all kinds of stuff down inside there, so I'm really kind of excited about it. Wawa has some excellent food. Not quite to the Sheetz caliber, mind you. Not quite to the Sheetz caliber.
But what is?
Right. Well, Sheetz is where you go if you want, a heart attack. It's like, nothing but fried foods, and it's amazing. But
They got those really good pretzel buns.
they do, yes.
Those are good.
Really
That's
good,
right, and they're somewhat
everything
healthy.
They have is amazing. Well,
Pretzels and everything.
I'm not sure.
So what'd you get to eat?
I got a meatball sub.
I was actually thinking about the
yeah.
meatball sub. I used to get those all the time at Wawa. Bad reaction, but I do really like them, I gotta say.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at these quesadillas and see what they look like.
Question is, we have to figure out which is which, because you got that
I've
looks
got
like
jalapenos and hot peppers.
that
and
looks like mine. I think
pretty
that's
much
pretty much mine.
one that you can't pick up.
Right, exactly. It's really messy. Yeah. So yeah, I think this is pretty much mine.
And how's the meatball sub looking there? Oh man,
yeah.
look at that.
looks like a mess.
Oh boy, that's a good thing right
Yeah,
there.
it looks bigger than the Subway ones.
Now you can use the hood if you want to.
So what? Oh,
hood.
use that one.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
covered in pollen, a little extra flavor. Right?
Yeah, sauce on there.
Now I gotta say, I also got the latest flavor of Coke right here, which is the orange vanilla.
Oh man.
And I gotta say, it's somewhat amazing. Have you tried it yet?
No, that looks questionable.
You say questionable?
Uh-huh.
Quesadilla. So how's that quesadilla right there?
It's actually really good. I just have to make sure that this is not Jeff's because you got the cheeseburger, so it should look somewhat similar.
Mine's got bacon and jalapenos and a bunch of other stuff on it.
Okay.
So that's...
I'm pretty sure that's mine.
That's-
okay.
that's
Yeah,
yours.
so we're
Yeah.
good. Yeah, it just kind of tasted a little cheeseburger-ish, but I guess that would make sense. But it is very, very good. I have to say the roasted vegetables that you get on there are amazing. You know, that's one of the things that really adds to it. I kind of did like a Southwest sort of thing. It's kind of like a taco because I've got the sour cream in my hand. And then I've also got the guacamole down inside there. So really
Yeah,
good.
and I notice you're applying the sour cream.
I
as
am.
you're eating. That's a good way to go.
I'm not using it as a chaser as we've done in the past because that gets a little bit messy. But you know, it's extremely good.
But I have yet to take a bite of mine, so we'll see what
Uh-huh.
happens with that.
All right.
All right, so it's been a long time since I've had one of these. I want to savor it. However, as Linda mentioned the chaser earlier, I think that's how I'm going to actually take my sour cream with this quesadilla. So let's get a little bite here, just to.
Oh my god. What the heck?
And if I'm not mistaken, this is Brooke's first experience
Yeah,
with
I'm like, just for real?
with the obnoxious bite and the chaser.
Man, full send.
I kind of see Brooke back there, not really. Just
Yeah,
kind
a
of look
little
around
bit.
the side. There you go.
Yeah.
So we're on our way out to Buena Vista.
Uh-huh.
It's the day after last night.
Which, yeah.
And we're going out here for a return investigation once again. These are people we've been working with for about 2 years. And we never give up on a place trying to find out what's going on. But we're going to kind of document the trip there and a little bit about the investigation and such.
Right.
But right now we're talking about plumbing, which is an interesting concept.
Yes.
The plumbing that is in houses. And Linda's going to talk about the intricacy of the pipes as they could be found in some locations, contributing to the possible reports of paranormal activity.
Right.
All right, Linda, sell it.
Well, basically, what I was saying is that in a plumbing system, you can have the drainage pipes. And if you have one fixture, let's say it's a sink in one bathroom, the drainage pipe comes down out of that sink. Sometimes a pipe from another fixture in another part of the house will come in and intersect that pipe. Now, what sometimes happens is that people can remove that one fixture from the house. Let's say they take a toilet out or they remove a bathroom and they move the bathroom somewhere else. If the plumbing is left so that that one pipe that intersects this currently used one, if a section of that pipe is left in place and only capped off at the very end of it, there's sludge and there's all kinds of sewage and everything left in that pipe. And the natural airflow and ventilation of the piping can sometimes draw out that smell out of this one unused pipe and draw it back into the rest of the house. Now, what this will cause is in places like bathrooms or in your kitchen or even in like utility rooms where you'd have your washer and dryer, what may happen is you may be getting this really foul smell, like a poopy smell, that kind of wafts out of these pipes. And it may be every so often, it's not all the time, but sometimes you don't realize where it's coming from or you have no idea. And this can lead people to believe that they've got a demon in their house because, you know, whenever you smell this kind of sulfury, sort of nasty smell, you know, and you don't have an automatic understanding of where this is coming from, then it's easy to jump to the conclusion that it is something paranormal, when in all actuality, it's just there's some natural explanation for it.
So I think I'm with you on that. I'm having a little bit of trouble picturing this completely.
Right.
So there were pipes, there was a bathroom there, is what you're saying?
Yes.
And the bathroom was moved to a different part of the house, and now that room is no longer a bathroom?
Correct.
So we have some abandoned plumbing pipes.
Exactly.
Down beneath.
Abandoned, you know, like sewage pipes.
But nothing flows through these pipes.
Air can flow through these pipes.
Okay.
Because if water comes down the currently used pipe, then that's going to cause a vacuum in the other pipe. It's going to draw out the smell and the airflow out of that one no longer used pipe. It's going to draw it out.
So all this stuff that was down there before is just sitting there forever.
Yeah.
Encapsulated in this pipe, like a time capsule for some future archaeologist to find and see what we ate 5,000 years ago.
Right. Now what actually should happen, if the plumbing is done right, that pipe that's no longer used should be cut off really close to the currently used pipe and capped off right there.
Right.
And the longer the section is of abandoned pipe, then the more likely you are to have a foul smell coming out of it.
I see.
Yes.
So we've got to find a way to detect for this, perhaps some kind of a sonar device.
Sonar?
Or something that could tell us what is below the ground.
Well, I think that it's not necessarily below the ground. A lot of times people's sewage and sanitation piping and plumbing is actually in a crawl space.
Oh, okay.
Now you have to be willing to crawl into the crawl space and inspect the plumbing from there to determine whether there's a section of pipe that's capped off that's no longer used. And it's usually PVC pipe, a fairly good diameter PVC pipe that's used for drainage, as opposed to the either galvanized or smaller water pipes that you would find for supply.
Right.
Yeah.
That sounds like a job for Vappy.
It does.
What do you think? Hey, Brooklyn, I think it's about lunchtime. You hungry?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Yeah, when we're out traveling.
Yeah, so here we are at Love's. And I see an ice box. So there's an Arby's inside of this Love's, and what I like about Arby's is the picture that they show on the menu is always like piled high with meat, and then you get it and it's like, there's some meat on there. You got something new, did you know that?
I got a King's Hawaiian sweet and spicy chicken sandwich.
Oh, let's take a look
I
at it.
asked for no tomato, but it still came with some rather
All right.
underdone tomatoes nonetheless.
Are they supposed to cook the tomatoes or?
No, they're just not supposed to be that yellowish white color in the center. But nonetheless, it does actually look pretty good. And I'd venture to say I probably got, as much chicken as I should have because of the fact that it's chicken patty. So where can they really go wrong with that, But I'm eager to try it.
I gotta say, I'm no connoisseur of tomatoes by any means. I like a tomato sandwich once in a while. I don't usually eat them raw. But they are food.
If I eat them raw, I have to have salt on them. They need a little salt. Some tomatoes. I got your food over here.
Kyle, what kind of soda is that?
This is Coca-Cola Orange Vanilla. And I'm really bummed out right now because I was getting out of my car and I dropped it.
Oh man,
I
I'm not sure if
know.
you're gonna be able to open that now.
Well, I'll try in your car. I'll make sure I'm in your car first.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. No, I had an orange vanilla last night, and I was just talking about it at Wawa, about how great it is.
Yeah.
The newest flavor of Coke.
Yeah.
But I wasn't aware it was available in Zero.
I know. I was pleasantly surprised. I think I found it at Walmart, actually.
Same great taste, no
Yeah.
sugar.
Yeah.
I don't know, I might have to get a snack here or something just so that it feels like I'm not passing up the opportunity to partake in Sheetz.
Yeah, we can't pass the Sheetz without stopping.
Getting
And
something.
fortunately, I needed gas, so
Yeah.
we did get to stop.
Yeah.
Which is good.
And look, we found Kyle.
Yeah.
Hey, Kyle.
Kyle, where'd you come from? You been here the whole time?
The whole time. I was in your car. Thanks. So Jeff and I were walking by the sodas and we noticed that looks like Pepsi now has a Pepsi Vanilla. Look
at that. And you were just talking about vanilla Coke.
I was, yeah. But I would never have known that that was vanilla.
What we should do is a taste test, a comparison, and
think-
see if you can tell the difference between the two.
I think that that's a fantastic idea.
I think so.
Let's do it.
Hey, Kyle. Kyle, what are you buying there? Hold that up. What are you buying? What is that? That's interesting.
I need to show my ID. So I just got some red cups here at Sheetz because they didn't have any Dixie cups. We're gonna perform a taste test on the Pepsi vanilla and the Coke vanilla and see if Linda here can taste the difference. But the funny thing is, when I got these cups, which were the only cups available, I actually had to show my driver's license. So that was something different.
So let's call it the perhaps vanilla Pepsi Coke challenge,
All right.
right? To see if you can tell the difference between the Pepsi and the Coke. What are you eating there, Brooke?
Come on, I gotta put.
She has to take it out of her mouth.
Got some sour airhead strips.
All right, so Kyle's over here setting up the cups for the Pepsi Coke challenge. And can you have those cups out here in public?
Okay, we're ready.
All right.
All right, so the goal is to tell which one is the Pepsi and
Okay.
which one is the Coke.
They look the same.
That's what I'm looking at. I think they do. One of them's a little more frothy. Yeah, we need like water to cleanse the
See, I
palate or
thought, I
something.
thought.
Need some water.
Yeah.
Waterfalls.
They actually taste quite similar, but I would think this is the Coke.
Now take another sip of the other one
Another sip of the
before
other
your before your final answer. What do you think?
Oh, I don't know. That's hard. I think this is the Pepsi. They are actually remarkably
Do
similar,
they
though.
smell different?
Yeah, see, this one has more of like a, for lack of a better description, like caramely smell to it than this one does.
Does one taste better?
Which one do you prefer?
Not sponsored by
I like
Coke or
this one.
Pepsi.
Right,
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
not. Or Sheetz.
I think I like this one better. Whatever one this is.
Are you ready for
Which
the,
one do you think it is, though?
I think it's the Pepsi, but I'm not positive.
Are you
Okay.
ready?
It's,
What do we got,
it's
Kyle?
close.
This is Coke
That's the Coke.
and this is Pepsi.
You like the Coke better
like
than the
the Coke
Pepsi.
better.
Look at that. Not
The
even
Coke
lying.
tasted better. Yeah, like I say, this is a little
Flat.
caramely. Well, it's
Right.
got a different sort of twinge of flavor to it, definitely. There they are,
Have
2
a shot.
cups full of vanilla mystery.
All right, so let's go ahead and give this a try.
He picked up the one on the right. He's drinking. Swishing it around in his mouth.
Pepsi.
The left.
Coke.
Which one?
You ready?
Pepsi Coke.
Pepsi.
See?
They do taste similar.
They do. They do taste very
I
similar.
drank them too fast. I definitely got that wrong. I liked this one better.
See, she
Yeah.
did too.
Yeah. But
So I mean, that answers. the
that's why I
whole
didn't want to say which one I liked better, because I don't want to say I liked Pepsi better than Coke in case
Yeah.
that was the Pepsi.
That
but
makes sense. But you guys have always said you like Coke better than Pepsi.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I like Mountain Dew a lot.
But you've always been a Pepsi drinker, or Coke drinker.
More of a
I mean,
Coke.
as opposed to
Yeah.
Pepsi.
yeah, I mean,
Except
I
if
like
it's-
Mountain Dew too, but this is
Yeah.
True.
cola.
Yeah, when it
Except if
comes to
it's
cola, I
Pepsi
think
Clear.
we're going with, yeah.
The Crystal
Clear Pepsi.
Yes.
Right.
That's the only Pepsi product he really.
I didn't see any of that in there.
When do you
Well,
have to pour?
I'm thinking what we should do is,
Okay.
we should take these red cups and we should put like 5 of them on the table here and 5 of them on the table there and fill them up with the Pepsi and the Coke and start playing.
Oh yeah, because it came with
But
balls. So
because
why
it
not?
came with the pong balls,
It did.
right?
Now I think they look pretty similar.
All right, so Kyle's about to try the vanilla Pepsi Coke challenge.
verdict?
Yep. Coke, Pepsi.
She's exactly right.
Yeah.
She is.
And you know how I knew?
Pepsi was on the right.
The smell. The smell.
Am I right?
Yeah.
I should have smelled it.
The smell.
I didn't smell it.
Yeah. But they do taste. They taste very similar. I think this has more of like that tang to it. Does
They
that make
do.
sense?
They do
Yeah.
taste
Yeah.
pretty similar. And they look very similar as well.
That was
All
fun.
right.
Sensitive palace.
All right, so we got one more up for the challenge.
Coke Pepsi Challenge 2019. Not sponsored by Pepsi or Coke.
Or Sheetz.
Yeah, or she.
All right. Come on down.
I like Coke better than Pepsi. I feel like Pepsi's like Walmart and Coke's like Target. So like,
I like that. That's a good analogy.
I'm not gonna smell it. I'm just gonna go taste it.
Mind you, this is on top of the airheads that she's been eating.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Jesus, this is hard. Okay.
I know, I told you. I told you. They're very similar.
Okay, this is straight garbage. So that's Pepsi, and this is Coke.
Are you sure?
It's actually the other one.
No!
She just called it
It's
straight garbage.
candy.
Target is not
man,
garbage.
straight garbage. And these comments are not endorsed in any way by VAPI or any of its members. Here at the location in Buena Vista, walking around doing the baseline sweeps. Linda's taking some pictures.
Yes. We always walk around and take pictures in duplicate, and we take them from every angle. And this works for two reasons. Either sometimes there's an occasion where we may be able to get something in one picture that was not in the one directly after it, or it also helps to be able to see the pictures in the light. If we go back and we're reviewing some evidence and we see something in the dark that looks like a figure, we can often go back and compare it to the pictures that we took with the lights on, and that way we can tell if there's something that may be just looking like some sort of figure. So works out pretty good.
So we should do a segment on haunted pets.
That's a pretty good idea, isn't it?
Yeah, actually that is a pretty good idea, because we hear so many times from people that are actually having problems with their pets seeing things, and so that's not a bad idea.
Make some ghost pet food.
Yeah, yeah.
Get some
Ghost pet food.
Ghost pet.
Not sure how that would work.
Maybe we come
What
up
would
with
that
a-
consist of?
like ghost powder. I don't know.
That's a good question. What would you put in ghost dog food? Probably regular dog food, because regular ghosts eat regular food sometimes. You know, you've
Yeah.
heard of cases where
Yeah, on Thanksgiving, you're supposed to, in the Italians, you're supposed to leave a plate of food on Thanksgiving out.
For the spirits?
On your counter. For
Really?
your
Right.
spirit family to come and enjoy your feast.
Oh, okay.
So they like turkey, I think
yeah,
ghost
so
dogs will
probably
like hot
real
dogs.
food.
Yeah.
Real
You
food.
get some like cat and dog toys with like rig it so it like the static stuff.
Like an EMF detector in the dog toy.
Yeah.
You normally do it where you have the headphones in, and you can't, but the people that are in the room can't hear what's coming through the spirit box. That's what we kind of want to focus on, is this will allow the people that are asking the questions to hear
Right.
the responses, but you mainly won't hear the questions, so you won't be biased at all.
Okay. Okay.
So incorporating the speaker allows us to record the
Right.
responses as well, and not just take your word for it. You know what I mean? In case you're hearing it wrong or something like that.
Okay. Okay.
Because that's what a lot of people say, is like, oh, how do we know she's not making
so
it up?
I probably
or how
said
do
it
we-
right.
Yeah.
I just said it in a different
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
because we want to show people that you're not making up what you hear. We're actually
Right.
getting it on here.
We
You know what I'm
don't
saying?
make things up.
Yeah, I know.
No, that's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
I
isn't
know.
it?
How dare them?
You know what's funny?
What?
I gotta say this while you're recording that, okay? So there's this place that we went to in Norfolk.
Right.
All right, and we're sitting there and the door opens just on its own. It was latched shut and it opens, right?
What?
So we're like, what in the world? But the camera didn't pick it up because the trail cam, it goes between, it only runs for so long and then it restarts. That's what happens right in the middle. Well, we debunked it. We found out that if you close the door till it clicks and you sit at the right spot where David was sitting and bump the wall, the door will open up. It'll unlatch and open up. So you got to push it and click it twice.
Right.
And some guy was like, yeah, you guys are making stuff up. And I'm like, how could we make up something that we debunked? What are we making up? That it's not a ghost? You know what I mean?
So he thought it was a ghost, and it's just
Yeah.
We go in there and we make up that there's not ghosts there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We make up real explanations.
Yeah, there's always somebody that comes up with some response like
Sounds like
that.
too much.
A skeptic.
Yeah, skeptic.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. If you want to, is it easier for you to do it on the table? Just like have it on the table and I'll kind of just have the camera on that, or is it
Yeah, that'd be fine.
whatever's
Either way.
easiest for
I
you?
don't care.
Okay.
Yeah, either way. So tonight we're going to try something a little bit different than what we've done before. We have the PSB7 spirit box here. Now, in the past we've put the headphones, plugged it into the spout, and then I've worn the headphones and I've been able to hear the responses, but not necessarily be biased by the questions because I wouldn't be able to hear the questions being asked. Now, we have had some comments in the past that people say, well, I can't hear what's coming through the spirit box and make my own judgment. So what we're doing is we're going to use this little splitter. We're going to put this thing into the spout here on the side, and this is going to allow us to plug in the speaker in one side of this, and we're going to plug the headphones into the other side. Now, I'll wear the headphones and still not be biased by the questions that are being asked, but then also the people asking the questions will be able to hear the responses, and we'll be able to record those responses on the digital voice recorder as well as on the camera. So the viewers and everyone else will be able to hear the responses as well as me. Better?
Right on. So I'd just like to highlight right here, we are using Die-Hard batteries.
Yes.
These are the preferred brand of VAPI. Not sponsored.
Not sponsored by, was it Die Hard?
Die Hard.
Die Hard, is that what it is?
Or
Yeah.
Sears, or Kmart,
Or
for
Coke
that
or
matter.
Pepsi?
Or Sheetz.
Or Sheetz.
Yeah.
Or Walmart.
And
Or
by the way,
Target.
that splitter came from Kmart too.
Yeah.
Not sponsored.
Hopefully it works.
But if you would like to sponsor,
Perfect.
like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Do you not want to talk tonight? Do you like spending time with the kids?
Are you an evil spirit? Or are you a good spirit?
Are you here? Can you say that one more time?
Tom Brady.
There's a lot of football stuff in here.
That could be Tom Brady. Yeah, I thought maybe operator, but that was. We do have somebody over here. I don't think that's Tom Brady. We have these devices down here. If you come near one of them, it might let us know you're here. Could you try to touch one of these devices for us?
There was a female voice that I kept hearing, and but the way she was talking, it was so quick, but a little bit of a high-pitched tone, and I couldn't quite understand exactly what she was saying when she was talking. But it was The same voice again and again.
Yeah, it was bits and pieces. It would come and then it would go. It was kind of like in the middle of a sentence. It would just stop. And then it was really, really quick.
Yeah.
So it was almost too fast to even pick up with your ear what exactly it was saying. So it'll be good to go back through the recordings to see.
Yeah.
Stay.
You got that? Yeah. I don't know where she said this garden is. It's out here somewhere. It's right near a shed. It might have been out in back of it. Oh, she pulled the camper out here. That's what it was.
That is a neat looking camper.
It is. I know. Isn't that cool? On the property, and it
Y'all
would be
seen
flooded out in
That
November.
prank where people were like, hey, blow on this, and they shove it in the person's mouth.
No,
Oh yeah, my neighbor did that to
I
me when I
did
was a
that
kid.
too.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Did he really? You had
Yes.
your neighbor do that?
Yes,
No way,
absolutely.
get outta here.
Swear.
Used to live
I
in the same
swear it.
neighborhood.
Gosh.
Sounds like something my dad would do.
Yeah. It's probably why I like fear dandelions now.
But you still don't know where your fear of horses comes from.
No idea, but I have,
So you're afraid of bodies of water? Large bodies of water?
Yeah, no, it's just like dams.
Yeah.
You know, I would never want to live near one, like one of those big dams.
Why? You can't swim?
No, I've just always been afraid that like I would fall off it. Like ever since I was a kid,
Uh-huh.
I had this dream where I was like falling into this water, and there was like a big waterfall there. And I'm grabbing onto the grass, and the grass is coming out in my hands, and I keep falling, and
That's a past life. Yeah, that's probably how you were killed in a past life. And she's afraid of horses. She was probably trampled by a horse. But you, what's your fear?
Tsunamis, man.
Tsunamis.
I mean, you can prepare for a hurricane, you know. You got all these drills at school like tornadoes,
Yeah.
hide under a desk. Hurricane, stay inside. Earthquake, did I already say that?
stay in a
Earthquake,
doorway.
You go like in your bathroom or something. But a tsunami, man, like you're just screwed.
Right. So she was Asian in a past life. She was killed in a tsunami.
So what's your fear?
I don't know that I really have one. My fear would be more of like, the only thing I'm really scared of is like, I don't know, demons?
You were a Catholic priest.
You can also touch this device right here and it'll light up for you. Do you have enough energy to talk? Or are you just being difficult?
What caused those plants to die? Why didn't they grow? What were those nails that they found in the garden? What were they to? What did they go to?
Do you want us to go?
Nice.
Or now? Can you tell us what was on this land before this house was here? So we decided to venture up to Poorhouse Tunnel, which isn't too far from the residential investigation we were at, just
Right.
here around Lexington.
Mm-hmm.
And I love these kind of locations because they're so uncontrolled.
Yes.
There's anything can happen. Anything from the factor of crazy people running around out here in the woods to spirits. And the guy where we just were, he told us that he was up here before and he saw this dark mass coming through the tunnel, and it actually possessed his brother.
Yes.
And took it back to the house, and they got a picture of this thing, which I had seen before, but I don't
Yeah.
have it in my possession, unfortunately, because he had the picture. But pretty cool place. We're looking forward to seeing what happens when we wander around out here.
Yeah, now he did say that it was because the nephew or the brother was instigating he was actually like yelling at it and cussing at it. And they said that's when something evil will come out of this place, out of the woods, and will attach to the person and follow them home and basically screw with them.
When we saw 2 cars flying down the road, perhaps they were provoking.
Could be. It could be. Hopefully whatever is evil that may be here followed them
Right.
instead of staying here to screw with us. At least, you know, you can always hope. But it is creepy nonetheless.
All right, so here we go. Into the tunnel. It's got this little brook that goes along the side of the road here, a little stream.
Turn back around and check the other way.
Paintball?
Maybe, yeah. I guess that's what that is.
Oh, paintball. That's not a good sign. Hopefully people aren't driving through here shooting paintballs at people.
Oh, it's a bird's egg for a while there.
Pretty sure this place has gotten pretty spooked. I'm really spooked right now.
It is an eerie place, isn't it?
No, yeah.
And the road up here
I don't know,
alone.
Linda says she feels okay out here.
I am. I'm good out here. It really doesn't bother me that much. I mean, I've been to places that were much creepier, like Crawford Road down in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Man, that place makes you want to crawl into the floorboards. You know, and that's when you're in the car. But out here, I don't feel like that. I've never felt like that. But there is water dripping from the ceiling, which is slightly unsettling. You know, because it's water dripping on your head. So, you know, it like makes you think it's going to cave in if you talk too loud.
Yeah. Vibrations.
Yeah.
Give me the flashlight. You heard voices, right?
I didn't hear it.
I did.
Do you hear that?
Let's go.
So we're going down here because I don't know if it's just a stream or not, but it definitely sounds like something.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be audio pareidolia.
That's what we
It's
always
gotta be.
thought.
I mean, that was too much.
That's what I mean, but she and I, while we were standing here, it sounded like a little girl.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
exactly what it sounded like.
Yes, it did.
I heard it too then, because that's what I was hearing.
So here we are back in the safety of the Sheetz after our venture out to Poorhouse Tunnel.
Oh yeah. Creepy.
which we'll have to review in a second. But first, what are you eating there? It looks pretty good.
I have a breakfast burrito, and there's a lot of different types that you can get, but mine is the Western style. There actually is some ham and a lot of cheese, and some peppers down inside there. And so far, it's really good. I just took a bite of it. I like it.
I got the breakfast burrito as well, but I just got the sausage, egg, and cheese one. And I got these mini hash browns though, which I love. Their mini hash browns. They're almost like tater tots, only kind of like smushed. What'd you get?
I got some turkey bites.
Oh, that wasn't too bad.
Not bad.
Cheese, crunchy cheese snacks.
Yeah, I've never tried them before. And then
Oh, the chocolate chip. That's a big cookie.
I know it.
That thing's almost as big as your head.
What? I know.
I like if you hold it up in front of you, we can't see your face.
Well, I have a big head, so I doubt that.
So she went a little more healthy with the cheese bites and the turkey bites and the
Yeah.
cheese O's, but then she got a giant cookie to
I know.
counteract that healthiness.
Well, I keep staring at them, and I think it was just time.
Try it out.
Time to take the bite.
So Poorhouse Tunnel, I have to say, is probably one of my favorite locations as far as urban legends go, because it's out there. You can actually get out, walk around.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of people coming through. Somewhat isolated.
Yes.
And quite an eerie location.
Very eerie.
And I have to say tonight, when we were down there, walking through that tunnel, the skeptical side of me has to say it was the water, because you could clearly hear the water trickling.
Right.
But it sounded like, at times, there were some strange voices there.
Yeah.
I have to agree with you, because when you guys were on one side of the tunnel, Linda and I were on the complete opposite side of the tunnel. Nobody was talking, but yet we both heard a girl's voice. Also at the same time, where you could still hear the water, so it wasn't like the water was fluctuating to make those sounds, because you could hear both. And I thought the voice was pretty clear. I thought it was her talking at one point, and you guys probably thought it was us talking, and
Yeah.
not at all.
So what were your thoughts?
I thought I heard voices too, but that's just a creepy place in general.
It is.
Well, there was also one point I saw you coming back with your hands over your ears.
Yeah, I was pretty freaked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what was weird, when we were walking down there, we decided to walk down to the other side of the tunnel there
Yeah.
to see, because it sounded like the voices were coming from the far side.
Right.
And I was recording initially facing us, okay? And then I stopped it so I could flip the camera around and record from the front lens.
Yes.
And I walked the length of that tunnel. And when I got to the end, the phone closes out, and I realize it's on photo. It's not even on video anymore, which is weird for two reasons. Because for one, the phone usually cuts off if the screen isn't touched and
Right.
it's not actively running a video. But for two, like, I wouldn't know if I look at this screen.
And you pushed record.
Right.
I pushed record, you know what I mean? There's no picture. Because if it was on photograph, it still would have taken a picture at that point.
Yeah. and
Which
we
it didn't.
noticed it. Yeah.
So some weird things with electronics, perhaps operator error, maybe, I don't know. But something to note, because
Right.
it could have been, there are reports of electronics going haywire out there. And also when we got in the car, what was weird is we couldn't hear the GPS. And the volume had been turned all the way down on the radio. Which
Yes.
we were listening to the GPS going up there, and the only thing I did was turn off the GPS. I never
Yeah.
touched the volume on the radio.
Yeah, definitely some weird stuff. And I have to say, we've been there before, but this was by far like one of the creepiest times that we've been there. I mean, it was just, I don't know, there was something about it that just tonight it seemed more haunted than it has in the past.
Oh, I was creeped out completely. Yeah.
Yeah, and this was your first time, right?
Yeah. That was the first time I've ever actually been there, and it felt heavy to me all over.
Now, could any of you make out any words that might have been said?
No. No. At one point, like, I thought I heard you say, "Come here." But other than that,
You thought you heard her say, "Come here"?
I thought I heard the girl's voice, which I actually thought was her. But I thought it was like mumble, mumble, echo. But my head thought it said, "Come here."
Do you know the legend of that bridge? Okay, so Kyle doesn't know the legend of the bridge, but
I know. What I know, I don't want to lie to you. What I know is when we were going up there, you guys told me something about a girl from a bar.
yeah. But you don't know
that
about the come
history-
here part, do you?
No.
Okay, so one of the legends is there's these two little girls, so one or two, I forget, but the little girls were murdered in the woods nearby. And when people go up to that tunnel, they hear the little girl's voice whispering, "Come here, come here."
Oh boy.
It was two little girls. Yeah.
No joke, like I'm not making this up.
No, that's true.
Really? Well, that's pretty creepy then. Because
And that's crazy that you heard something that sounded like that.
guarantee it.
Yeah.
Like, for me to think, did she say come here?
Oh god,
It was that. It was that definite that that's what I thought I heard. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because it was like a mess, an echo, and then I could have sworn it was like come here. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And they sounded young. I knew you guys mentioned
Oh, yeah.
two little girls, but the voices sounded young.
Oh yeah.
okay?
Yeah, definitely sounded young. And that's why I didn't think that it was her, because it sounded like a higher pitched kind of little kid's voice. Yeah.
I think we should, next time we go back, we should try to run something.
Yeah, like spirit box,
Yeah.
or even one of those like your the periscope. You know, set that down because it's got all of the lights and everything.
That's
You
a
might be
good
able
idea.
to intrigue a child ghost to play with something
That's a
like
good
that.
idea.
Yeah,
We'll have
I
to
think
make
we
a
do.
trip. Yeah.
And another thing is a spirit box would roll out that EVP of the, if it is
Water.
the water.
That's true. Yeah.
Something coming through the spirit box through earbuds, cancel all that noise out.
Yeah.
You're hearing some definite responses through there.
Absolutely.